questions should you ask breeders when buying an animal from a reptile expo? The first thing that I like to know is whether or not they produced the animal themselves. This information may or may not matter to you, but it does help to get a full picture of the animal's background. Ask to hold and inspect the animal yourself before offering to purchase it, because once you walk out of the door, that animal's your responsibility, including any health concerns it may have. Some breeders may offer you a refund if you discover something within 24 hours, but there's no guarantee that they will. Ask about the animal's genetics and write down any information that they have. You may not care about this information, but if you ever need to sell your animal, it will help you if you have that information on hand. Find out what the animal is eating, when the last time it was fed was, and how often it eats. Sometimes the breeder may not have this information memorized and they'll have to get with you once they get home. Just grab their number and text them to remind you after the show. I also find it important to ask about its current setup. For example, maybe you're planning to take your animal home and put it in a huge tank, but it's been living in a rack system. It's important to know that there's going to be an adjustment for that animal moving into its new home with you. Finally, don't hesitate to ask any questions that come to your mind, even if it feels silly. The breeders are there to answer your questions. They want to make sure the animal ends up in the best home possible. It's better to ask when they're there in front of you than to be worried about it later on.